What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And today we have some news about our favorite Star Wars director, good old Rian Johnson himself. So, how's everybody doing today? Hope everyone is having a great day. How's the frogs? We love Kathleen, says Mike Bushnell. No, we don't. No, we don't. Unless we're talking about a different Kathleen. What's up, Brandon? Rick Ray, how are you? Nice to see everybody here in the chat already. We already have 235 people watching. You are all amazing. So, and there's Lauren. Everyone say hello to Lauren. They had some bad weather yesterday. She was not able to join us in the live chat, but everything is good. So we are happy. Clark Kent, where is your face, Jeremy? I am going audio only for the next few days because my room is being torn apart. And I've been out in the yard all day working, cutting grass and things like that. And I just don't feel like getting, it takes a lot of work to be so pretty. I'm being really sarcastic right now. So, yeah, we got a few things to talk about. I'm going to let everyone join in. Almost 400 people watching already. I want to give you guys a few minutes to jump in before we get into the main topic. So, I love seeing you guys light this chat up. It makes me so happy to see it. So, let's see. Hey, Jeremy, save Star Wars, save the dream. Working on it. That is the goal here. And I'm looking forward to the rebellion continuing our march on the Empire. And look, all things considered, I prefer the Empire over the rebellion. But for what we're trying to do, we are truly the rebellion, and Disney is truly the Empire. So we just have to look at it from that perspective. So is Cecil in the comments already? Loved what happened to Ivan, says Daniel B. I do too, and that's a testament to all of you and how amazing you are. So, it was great, and I just wanted more people to experience that amazing moment. And I was so proud of all of you, and I just want to thank you so much. Okay, so we have nearly 500 people watching already. I will revisit these topics, obviously, so I can catch everyone up. But the first thing we're going to talk about is Rian Johnson on Twitter. Rian Johnson on Twitter being Rian Johnson, doing what he does. So this was sent to him. I'm not going to name all the Twitter users. I don't know if they want to be mentioned or not. So just out of respect for them, I'm not going to name the Twitter users. But someone tweeted Rian Johnson. You can go under Rian Johnson's tweets and replies if you care to and check these out yourself. Someone tweeted a conversation to Rian Johnson with John, or it was Lawrence Kasdan, I think. Yeah, Lawrence Kasdan and George Lucas from the original trilogy. And it was a conversation they were talking about. I think this was for Empire. I'm not mistaken. I think this was for Empire, but I could be wrong. And it says, Kasdan said, I think you should kill Luke and have Leia take over. George Lucas says, you don't want to kill Luke. And then Kasdan says, okay, then kill Yoda. And Lucas says, I don't want to kill Yoda. You don't have to kill people. You're a product of the 1980s. You don't go around killing people. It's not nice. I think you alienate the audience. Those are George Lucas's words. Then Kasdan responds, I'm saying that the movie has more emotional weight if someone you love is lost along the way. The journey has more impact. And then Lucas says, I don't like that. And I don't believe that. I have always hated that in movies when you go along and one of the main characters gets killed. And the key word there is one of the main characters gets killed. This is a fairy tale. You want everybody to live happily ever after, and nothing bad happens to anybody. The whole emotion I'm trying to get at the end of the film is for you to be real uplifted emotionally and spiritually and feel absolutely good about life. Someone tweeted that conversation to Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson, being the sarcastic person he is, just responds with, huh. And he just shows pictures of, from the original trilogy of, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru burned, the moment when Vader sliced through Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan disappeared, when Luke's hand gets chopped off, and when Yoda peacefully dies. Then he responds again, showing more pictures from the prequel trilogy, just in his sarcastic ways. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand what he's done. The man just fundamentally doesn't get it. The person then responded to Ryan, and he said, "I appreciate your response, Ryan. My main gripes are that you abandoned the spirit and heart of Star Wars in favor of your own ideas, opinions, and mindset, rather than continuing a 40-year legacy. Skywalker and the rest of almost everything in the film is subverted, is all that was." Rian Johnson says, "For me, TLJ 100% distills what the spirit and heart of Star Wars has been in my life. But yes, it is personal. It's a certain point of view, and it has to be. Originals were personal for George Lucas, and that's why they're alive. Star Wars films will truly betray the heart and spirit of the originals if they lose that and become soulless, clean homages. But being alive means being messy, and it means every film won't line up exactly with what every fan is expecting or wants. I'm sorry The Last Jedi didn't line up with your own certain point of view. Really, honestly, I am. May the Force be with you." So I'm sorry that my personal view of this didn't line up with your personal view. That's exactly what the man is saying. The more he talks, the more he makes it worse. I don't understand what's going. Like, why are you on Twitter fighting with fans, bro? Why are you on Twitter? What is wrong with you? This is why I go back to the Zack Snyder thing. Was Zack Snyder fighting with fans during Man of Steel? Was Zack Snyder getting online going, "I'm sorry, my Superman wasn't your personal interpretation of Superman"? No, he wasn't. Zack Snyder handled it like a professional, like a grown-ass man. And here's Rian Johnson just fighting with fans constantly, all the time, being super sarcastic, being super dismissive, and it makes no sense to me. I don't understand it, but he's just going to continue to do this, and we're going to continue to call him out. And I just don't know what's going through his head. I don't know what's going on in Lucasfilm's head. I don't know. It's almost like he knows that the end is near, and he's just going to be just a completely total. He's going to be a total child about all of it. It blows my mind. It really does. So, so let me see. We have some super chats. Darth Caesar says, "Word is Kathleen Kennedy has been told by Disney that she is to have no creative input on 9. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one." That's good word. If that's true, I'm definitely happy to hear about that. Star Wars Philosophy says, some of our tweets against The Last Jedi made it into the English news article. I sent the link to the Discord server. All right. Thank you. I'll check that out. Laserpants Toy Jet, please get RFR on High Council. Noted. Comrade Commodore, so many college students are going to do case studies on all of this in the future. How a business has no one from Disney how as a business has no one from Disney shut Rian Johnson up, PR nightmare, and has actually lost them money with Solo. Makes no sense, bro. It really does. Like, I don't understand it. Look, there are things I can understand. I might not agree with, but I can understand. I know why there are people that don't necessarily like me. I get it, because I say things that they don't agree with. I get it. I understand that. And I respect the fact that you don't like my opinions or my delivery or whatever. I get it. I totally get it. What I don't get earlier was like with Ivan's video that I posted and talked about. Why did anybody dislike that video? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But I get into this. Why as a business are you allowing this? I don't there's no logical explanation for why a business would allow their employees to carry on this type of behavior for months now. We are looking at over 6 months of this nonsense. I don't get it. It doesn't comprehend in my head. Jeez. And then they're losing money all over the place. The Blu-ray sales are 56% lower for The Last Jedi than they were The Force Awakens. The toy sales, the box office, and do you not understand what you're doing every single day, Lucasfilm? Do you not get it? Your employees are telling us we're not customers and we have no voice. That is what people that work for StarWars.com are telling us. What the hell is wrong with them? I don't get it. Can somebody, am I the only, is it me? Am I the crazy person here? Am I the person that's just not comprehending it? Because it doesn't make sense to me. And clearly I'm not, because I see all of you in the comments right now. And you're sitting there going, we don't get it either, Jeremy. This is the craziest thing we've ever seen. It literally makes no sense. I don't get it. Ugh. Oh my gosh. What did you miss, Viper Chief 117? What did you miss as I was talking about Rian Johnson responding, and I'll give the shortened version because now we have over 1,000 people watching. Thank you all for joining in. I'm going to recap what we were just talking about. Someone on Twitter sent Rian Johnson a conversation between Lawrence Kasdan and George Lucas from the original trilogy. I'm going to shorten it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But the highlighted parts are Lucas tells Kasdan, you don't want to kill Luke, talking about the original trilogy. Kasdan responds saying, well, we should kill this person or that person. And then Lucas says, you don't want to kill anyone. I think you alienate the audience when you kill main characters. And someone sent that conversation to Rian Johnson on Twitter, and Rian Johnson sarcastically responds with screenshots of scenes from the original trilogy. He even included Luke getting his hand chopped off. How the hell does that compare to killing characters by showing Luke getting his hand chopped off in Empire? How the hell does that make sense to Rian Johnson? Can anybody explain this to me? I don't get it. And so Rian Johnson then continues to show more screenshots of trilogy people, original trilogy, and prequel trilogy scenes. He showed when mother effing Mace Windu gets killed. Okay, so Mace Windu is the equivalent of Luke, because Luke Skywalker is the saga. Like this is Luke Skywalker's saga. And so you're saying that Mace Windu dying in the prequel trilogy is the equivalent of Luke dying in the original trilogy? What the hell is wrong with you, Rian Johnson? What is wrong with you? And then he shows a picture of Anakin in the prequels at the moment when he's telling Obi-Wan he hates him. How does that equate to killing someone? You're not killing him. He's not dead. He's turning into Darth Vader. We all know this. Am I yelling too loud? I apologize if I'm yelling too loud. So, am I yelling too loud? I'm sorry. I'm trying to calm down. I just can't deal with this nonsense that I'm reading from Rian Johnson. It doesn't make sense. Like, the more the man talks, just shut up. Just be quiet. Take your L and go home. Take your L. This is why of all these years, again, I know a lot of you are Zack Snyder and DCEU defenders, and I respect that. You know where I stand on the DCEU. I don't like it. I like Zack Snyder. I do not like his DCEU. But enough time has passed. Enough time has passed, and Zack Snyder has handled this like a professional, like a true professional, even going through family tragedy. This man has been the most professional person I have seen in Hollywood. Zack Snyder took so much crap and he handled it like a man. And it's beautiful. And Rian Johnson makes this worse every single day. Every day. All right. Mark Shamber. Let me get through some super chats. I'm a little worked up today, and I apologize, but I love all of you. All right, Mark Shamber. I apologize for the long email yesterday. We may initially see you for clickbait, but we stay for who you are. Honest, caring, genuine, intelligent, funny, and so much more. The same goes for your whole team. Keep up the amazing work, brother. I got your email. Oh, and thank you, Mark. And I got your email. I will respond to your email. Rick Ray, I will respond to yours. I'm going to respond to all of them, I promise. I'm so far behind. But thank you. And yeah, look, do I use clickbait? Of course I use clickbait. You have to on YouTube. You have to. Like tomorrow, watch this. I will make a Kathleen Kennedy video tomorrow, and I'm going to title it, why don't I title it, I'll just title it Peaceful Sounds of the Sea. And we'll see if anybody clicks on that shit. Peaceful Sounds of the Sea. A Jeremy story. And we'll see if anybody clicks on that shit. Nobody's going to click on that shit, okay? So you've got to make it attractive for YouTube's algorithm. I seriously might title it Peaceful Sounds of the Sea. A Jeremy story. And let's see if it gets 1,000 views. It won't get any. All right. All right, let me get caught up here. Jesse says, I really don't believe that Johnson is is a Star Wars in the first place. I think you mean fan. A Star Wars fan in the first place. It angers me every time he says he is. I agree. I would be shocked if he's even seen the original trilogy. I really would. Justin Mabe says, $20. I still like tater tots. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. Kevin says Rian Johnson is as professional as Kathleen Kennedy is sexy. G-Rex, I'm offended that Rian calls me a man baby. I actually identify as a seahorse. Love the channel, Jeremy. I appreciate what you do for Star Wars. And hashtag Seahorse Lives Matter. Okay, let's just remember that. Peaceful Sounds of the Sea. Hashtag Seahorse Lives Matter. Maybe I'll just title it that. Maybe I'll title my next Kathleen Kennedy video hashtag Seahorse Lives Matter. Synaptic Flow. Yesterday I promised to share something cool. I just uploaded my song Kathleen Kennedy, A Liar's Story to YouTube. I emailed and tweeted you today. I did get your tweet. I didn't get your email yet, but if you guys want to check out his video, it's titled Kathleen Kennedy, A Liar's Story. Check that out. Club Star Wars, Rian Johnson will never admit he screwed up. He'll defend his movie to the last. The screenshots he shared regarding the tweets weren't main characters, for fuck's sake. Yes, I agree. Mark Chamber, I'm sorry to break this to you, Jeremy. They are stupid people. There are stupid people on the internet, and apparently they occasionally get to make Star Wars films. You are unfortunately correct on that. Real quick, we've almost got 1,200 people watching, so I'm going to come back to super chats in just a minute. But let's get back to the Rian Johnson nonsense. So one more time, just to recap really quick, because I do want to make sure everyone understands what is going on, what we're talking about, and all that good stuff. So Rian Johnson was confronted with someone, and I'm sure most of you know this story from Kasdan and Lucas having this conversation, whereas Kasdan wanted to kill Luke in the original trilogy. Lucas said, you don't want to kill Luke. And then point blank, Lucas said, you're going to alienate the audience if you kill the main character. You don't kill the main character. Rian Johnson responds with pictures of Mace Windu and Luke getting his hand chopped off. What? And Owen and like Uncle Owen, like, did you Rian Johnson, are you under the impression Uncle Owen is a main character in the original trilogy? What is wrong with you? Watch the movie, for crying out loud. What is wrong with you? And he just responds with huh, like a sarcastic huh. And then he shows the picture of Hayden Christensen's Anakin in the moment where he says, I hate you, to Obi-Wan after his legs have been chopped off. Amazing scene, by the way. How is that killing a main character? That's when he, like, that's Darth Vader. That's him fully becoming Darth Vader. And you're saying that that's killing a main character? What are you talking about, Rian Johnson? Jesus Christ. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. My goodness. And I see all of you in the comments. I'm reading them right now. So Uncle Owen is Snoke. I see Rian Johnson in the comments. All right, real quick. Jimmy B says Captain Phasma died in episode 7. Using episode 7 logic, she didn't die in episode 8 and will reappear in episode 9. Oh, I'm pretty sure she's going to appear. It's the Captain Phasma situation in the sequel trilogy is the biggest joke I've ever seen. Like, you literally had time to develop Rose more than Phasma, and you gave Rose more of a connection to her sister than you gave Luke with Han's death. Like, but yeah, they're just going to keep shoehorning Phasma in because people will go buy the toys. I fell for that during The Force Awakens. I fell for it. I went out and bought all these Phasma figures because I'm like, oh man, I've got to buy I've got to buy this figure because this is a badass character. They're going to really make her awesome. I can't wait. And she was nothing but a device to sell toys. So yeah, they're going to bring her back. There's no doubt about it. And so let's see, John Clark, they should have replaced the Solo title in Solo, a Star Wars story poster with LOL, a Star Wars story. I agree. Rhino4563, peeing into a cup, a Jeremy story. That's a good Jeremy story. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey, peaceful sounds of pee. God damn it, Jeremy, if you need to go, just say it. I didn't say peaceful sounds of this. Like I said, whatever. You guys know what I was saying. David Savage, peaceful sounds of the sea from Mario Kart. GR Peephole, enough of this. What about Mario Kart with a C? Killing me. Rick Ray, it's a war between SJWs and the rest of the country. Hollywood leads to charge. You have to understand this. Do not support Episode 9 and Star Wars Celebration. Losing money is the only thing they understand. Well, but I do disagree with you on the Celebration aspect, because we're going to Celebration. Like, the High Council's rolling up in there. Geeks and Gamers is rolling up there. And we are going to steal the show. And it's going to be great. Now, we're not going to go there to be disrespectful. We're not going there to do anything other than be a paying customer. The people that Lucasfilm is telling us don't matter, but we are paying. We're not getting press passes. We're not getting press credentials. We don't want those. I'm not applying for that. We're going as paying customers. That's it. And so it's going to be great. And I can't wait to see all of you there. But I agree with you on Episode 9. We have to take a stand on Episode 9. Let me see here. Gray Mage says, here's the money I would have used to go see Soilo. Thank you. Thank you so very much. OJ Martinez, there's no need to apologize for your passion. Keep it coming. Also, I don't understand the nonsense either. Maybe we're heading towards idiocracy. Can't wait for the season premiere of Oh My Balls. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. Luke's robotic hand was a parallel to his father and led to a sobering moment in the final confrontation. Yep. Rian Johnson doesn't understand that, though. So, Mupty, months before The Last Jedi came out, I saw a tweet combo between Rian Johnson and a female fan who was worried about The Last Jedi being an Empire Strikes Back knockoff. His response, we'll go through this together. True story. And speaking of that, I remember someone tweeted Rian Johnson when Kylo Ren's scar in the first trailer, when you saw that close-up of Kylo holding the lightsaber and his scar over his eye, and people tweeted Rian Johnson, and they were like, why is Kylo's scar moved? Do you know what Rian Johnson's response was? It's not moved. That's exactly what he said. He said it's not moved. And then people started showing screenshots of Kylo at the end of The Force Awakens versus that picture. And then he goes, oh, well, we just thought it looked kind of goofy, so we moved it. You flat out lied about it, bro. Like, you lied. This is him. He thinks he's smarter than everyone. He thinks he is better than everyone. Even when he is confronted with the truth, this man just continues to just lie and deny anything, even when facts smack him. And he's, oh, well, we're just moving. Like, what about the fact that you lied about this? Like, it's nonsense. I see a few people joining. We've got almost 1,300 people watching now, so I will recap in just a few minutes. I know the people that have been here since the start are getting tired of me repeating this story, so I'm going to give it a little while. And then let's go to Marlo Sebo. I still dislike tater tots. The war continues, and he upped you. He raised you to 21. I got to say, the fact that we have a tater tot battle in the super chat is truly, like, it. Outside of the Ivan situation, which made me so proud, a tater tot battle with money is probably the best thing that's ever been accomplished at Geeks and Gamers. I'm just saying. Harry Thompson, now I want to see Cyberfrog meditating by water. Yes. And just shout out to Ethan. Shout out to Ethan for Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog is doing incredible. The more the SJWs complain about it, the bigger and better it gets. Uncle Ethan is kicking ass and taking names, and I'm loving it. I can tell Uncle Ethan is not live right now because we have so many people watching. Whenever Ethan's live, it kind of cuts my audience in half. But yeah, I mean, Ethan's the best. Ethan was, I talked to him last night on the phone. He gave me some great advice on some stuff. I mean, Ethan is the best. He just truly is the best. So, all right, Bacon boy. I don't think Rian Johnson has seen Star Wars, but losing my right hand would be the death of my sex life. Very nice, very nice. Eric says, I've noticed that Rian Johnson never responds to actual criticisms on Twitter. He responds to straw man versions of criticism. Absolutely. He picks and chooses exactly what he wants to respond to so he can continue to build that narrative. Darth Caesar, make a Star Wars shirt that says "We Matter." Nice. I like it. Jeffrey Toon, it wasn't just an Empire Strikes Back ripoff. It also ripped off Return of the Jedi too. That scene with Kylo and Rey in the elevator or whatever the hell it was. I mean, that was so reminiscent of Return of the Jedi. I mean, it was like obvious. It was obviously, it was obvious, so obvious it hurt. So Brandon Lambert says Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy remind me of Disney and Pixar villains. A. Riberio, the basketball-headed ape, struggle with what a main character is and what is even death. Yeah, he struggles with everything. So GRP poll, Ethan has a big business deal today. Yep, I'm aware of it. So okay, to recap really quick. So for those that have just joined us, and I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to mother effer. You just dropped $100 on the tater tot battle. My God, are you kidding me? Oh my God, what is going on here? What? You guys are incredible. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Wow. I've got to take a minute here and just comprehend what you guys are doing. And by the way, just so you know, Ivan's tickets have been bought for Star Wars Celebration. It's a done deal. I have when we start getting these amazing donations that just overwhelm the living hell out of me, I want you guys to know that it's all going to good causes. Ivan, Jesse, and Lauren all have, and Anna all have cameras and microphones en route. Purchased those and it mailed them out yesterday. So it's all going to a good cause, just so you know. Lauren, actually, you should be receiving that hopefully tomorrow. So, all right. So let me get back to this because you guys are overwhelming the hell out of me right now. So Justin Mabe says the war will continue. The tater tart empire will rise. Oh God, unbelievable. And then Howie Z says, to help the G&G crew get to Celebration, and please let me the whole comments, and please tell me the whole Common Sense crew is going. The whole Common Sense crew, I can't say for sure right now that it's planned. I want them to all go, but what you guys are doing right now is going to ensure that. So I've got to talk to Anna and Jesse. I know people have requested that they want them to go. So I'm going to call them both after this live stream, and we're going to go ahead and set this up because we definitely have the resources now to make this happen. And God dang it, man, you guys are just incredible. I just don't understand it, but I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because you guys clearly are enjoying what we're doing here at Geeks and Gamers. And I can't thank you enough. So, Mark Shamber, you need a common sense version of EVS's daddy's belt. I definitely do. I need to make a common sense shirt. Obi-Wan 27883, thank you so much for the super chat. If JJ opens episode 9 with Luke waking from a horrible force premonition nightmare next to Mara at the academy before any of the events of 7 or 8, including Ben's fall to the dark side, we will en masse and support 9, right? You know what? I'm going on record saying if that happens, yes. I'm going on record right now. If what Obi-Wan 27883 says happens, then this sequel trilogy can be saved because I'm tired of all the other scenarios. I've heard this one thrown out a few times. It's not that I've heard this thrown out, but it's just at this point, yes. If we can have JJ open episode 9 with Luke waking up from a horrible force premonition nightmare next to Mara at the academy before any of the events from 7 or 8, including Ben's fall to the dark side, we will en masse support 9, right? I want your thoughts. Would you support it if that happened? I just want your thoughts on that. And then John Clark says, even Mark Hamill approached Rian Johnson saying he does not agree with the script for The Last Jedi. If that's not a hint, then you're fucking up. I don't know what. If that's not a hint that you're fucking up, I don't know what is exactly. See, mostly that's like almost like I'm seeing a lot of positivity right there in the comments for that scenario. Disney, listen, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a specific video on that. And I'm going to give you the credit for triggering me. You're not the first person that's made that scenario pitch to me, but for some reason it just triggered me this time to where it just works. Maybe it's because you included that it wipes the events of 7 and 8. Now, again, as someone that has defended The Force Awakens, I am self-aware enough to understand that The Force Awakens is problematic. It's problematic. And if you want to save the damn trilogy, then you've got to fix it. Fix this mother effer. It's not that hard. God dang it. Try not to cuss. Jesus. And just, Yeah, and it looks like most of you are just extremely overwhelmed about that particular scenario. So if I make a video about that tomorrow, you're gonna watch it. It's gonna be not, you know what? It's gonna have to be all audio. I'm gonna be cutting back on the videos for the next couple of days because my room does not exist anymore right now. So we'll see. I'm banging on my desk because I'm getting frustrated just with how dumb this whole entire sequel trilogy has turned out to be. I'm so frustrated with it. And again, I'm not retracting my feelings for The Force Awakens. I'm not. But I am acknowledging that The Force Awakens is a problem. It's a huge problem. And that's what people that defend The Last Jedi, they have no self-awareness. They can't take their head out of their own ass to understand that, yeah, hey, I like The Last Jedi, but it's a big problem. It's a big problem. No, they can't figure that out. They can't put that in through their head and just, you know what? Yeah, I get it. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. No, they can't do that. So, all right, you guys are lighting these comments up. I effing love you so freaking much. All right, let me see. John Smith. So far, it seems like Netflix isn't pushing The Last Jedi. No alert, not anywhere in the recommended feed, etc. I haven't heard many people talking about it. I really haven't. It's so damn funny. It's so funny. It's like that crazy uncle now. Like The Last Jedi's turned into that crazy uncle that everybody's embarrassed. You know, like you date a girl or you date a guy, you know, and then you're like, yeah, you got to meet my family. But let me warn you about you know, Uncle Eddie, you know, he drinks a lot and he is very awkward and he will just stare at you, but he won't say anything. You have to prep him for that. And that's kind of what The Last Jedi is becoming. It's becoming this, this thing, that Disney's just going to be extremely, they're going to extremely, uncomfortable about and embarrassed. Darth Caesar, I see your comment. I did miss your super chat, and I'm sorry. We don't know if Mace Windu died, by the way. You're right. You're right. We don't. I get, and I probably, and that was the whole point, though, was that Mace Windu is like, he's such an insignificant character in comparison to Luke. I'm saying, and I like Mace Windu, but he's so insignificant in comparison to Luke. Yet Rian Johnson's using him as a reason to defend this whole thing he did with Luke. It's absolute nonsense, and it's a joke. It's a mother effing joke, is what it is. So, all right, let's see. Sheena says, I know this is late, but I just wanted to thank you for recommending Cobra Kai, my family, and I binged it. This is not too late. It is never too late to mention Cobra Kai. If you guys watched the High Council last night, we got into a Cobra Kai a little bit. I can't praise Cobra Kai enough. Cobra Kai is truly one of the best things I've seen in a long time. Like, someone asked me if I liked Cobra Kai more than I like Stranger Things. And I had to think about that because, trust me, I love Stranger Things, especially season 1. And I love season 2 also. But I had to think about it. I think slightly I prefer Cobra Kai over Stranger Things season 1. And that's a big statement coming from me. Cobra Kai is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, let me see here. Trey 38, $5. Thank you so much. Lucky 13. Hold up. They need to apologize for The Last Jedi. They need to apologize for a lot, and that's one of them, but that's the big thing. James Lloyd Tiffner, thank you for the super chat. Jesse, honestly, if there is one person that can save the trilogy, it's J.J. Abrams. If it was any other director behind episode 9, I would feel that all hope is truly lost. I mean, this is not going to make me popular in the comment section, but I mean, I kind of agree with you to an extent in terms of just a filmmaker. You guys know I'm a fan of JJ. I just am. I own that, and I'm fine with it. I know that's not very popular for me to say, but in the current situation, what I don't have a lot of confidence on is J.J. Abrams' ability to step up for what's right. So I want to talk about something. Here's something this is a direct comparison, okay? This is an alpha male versus a beta male, okay? This is the comparison right here, okay? Let's go back to Star Trek Into Darkness, okay? Star Trek Into Darkness, the studio post-converted that to 3D against J.J. Abrams' wishes, okay? They post-converted that into 3D, okay? Have you ever heard of them post-converting a Christopher Nolan movie to 3D? And trust me, the studios wanted to. They wanted The Dark Knight Rises in 3D. They wanted Interstellar. They wanted Inception in 3D because they can tack on that $5 extra for every ticket sale and make them more on their bottom line. Christopher Nolan will not allow them to make his movies in 3D. He will not allow it, period, because he's an alpha male. JJ is going to do whatever JJ's told right now. And like, as a filmmaker, I have a lot of confidence in JJ, but as a man, I don't have much confidence for him to stand up and do what's right. That's just the way I look at it. So that's me being as independent of the situation as I can. As a fan of JJ, I just have to call it like I see it, and I just do not. Why does Nolan hate 3D? Nolan is a old schooler. Like, he's like Tarantino. He's an old school film guy. Like, he's not into a lot of the fancy stuff. Nolan will go out of his way. He'll go out of his way to film in practical effects. Like, he avoids CG at all cost because he does it the hard way because he's awesome. So do I believe in JJ Abrams in isolation if JJ has full creative control? Absolutely. But he doesn't. And he's not going to stand up and do what's right, in my opinion. So now, will Disney step back and say, yo, we have effed up. Can you please fix this? In that scenario, yeah, maybe I believe it a little more. But overall, no, I don't believe it's going to happen. Okay, I'm behind. So, let's see. Mark Chambers says, calm down, Jeremy. Think calm. Ahsoka thoughts. Trey38, have you seen the Kylo Joe Pesci TFA YouTube videos made by Voice Under? Hilarious. I have not seen that yet, but that sounds funny. Break all day. Dallas, Bobby walks out of the shower. Best fix up these types of crap movie situations. Joseph says The Last Jedi fans see no fault in the film because they are edgy nihilists who reveal in the destruction of society and social norms because it's cool. I actually, yeah. Generally speaking, I'm not trying to label everybody one thing. I'm just saying I generally, with a lot of these people, I get it. Because I know people personally that enjoyed The Last Jedi, and they're not crazy social justice warriors. But generally speaking, a lot of them are. The hunky chunky funky monkey SJW setting up people and reporting them on Twitter. It looks like they've got Abu Nas. What? Are you serious right now? Did they really do something to Abu Nas? I didn't even hear about this. That is bullshit. I'm going to have to check this out. That is bullshit. I can't even believe it. All right, so we've got almost 1,500 people watching. I'm going to come back to the super chat in just a minute. To recap what we're talking about, everyone. Thank you. First of all, welcome to the Geeks and Gamers live stream. And I am your host, Jeremy, and I appreciate you showing up, and I appreciate all of you in the chat. You're all the best. So let me recap real quick for all of you what I'm talking about. This happened on Twitter. Someone sent a conversation from Lucas and Lawrence Kasdan from back in the original trilogy days. And the conversation was revolving around killing Luke in the original trilogy. I believe this was The Empire Strikes Back. And Kasdan wanted to kill Luke and let Leia take over. And Lucas said, you don't want to kill Luke. And then Kasdan was like, okay, well, let's kill Yoda. He just wants to kill people. Let's kill people. Let's kill people. And, George Lucas is like, how about we not kill a main character because it alienates the audience? And that shows why George Lucas is George Lucas. So Rian Johnson responds to this picture with pictures of Uncle Owen dead and Luke getting his hand chopped off. And that's his response, like, to Lucas saying, you don't need to kill main characters. Okay, and he says, with these pictures. With a picture of Uncle Owen and Luke getting his hand chopped off. What are you talking about, Rian Johnson? This is cinema perfection right now that you're trying to pick apart and use as an advantage to your trash that you gave us. What is wrong with you, Rian Johnson? Can you make me understand this? And then he responds with more stuff with pictures of Anakin in the prequel trilogy where he had his legs chopped off and he was telling Obi-Wan he hated him. One of the great scenes in the prequel trilogy, iconic stuff, emotional stuff. And he's saying, he's trying to respond to this article where George Lucas, the man that created this universe, is saying you shouldn't kill Luke mother effing Skywalker because the audience is going to be alienated. And now that you've done just that, now you're trying to bring these terrible arguments that don't even apply to the conversation up. I don't understand it. And to recap again, to bring Zack Snyder into this one more time, I have always been critical of the DCEU. always. I tried. Man of Steel was the same situation with The Last Jedi with me. I was so anticipating Man of Steel. I wanted it so bad. Like, I was so excited for Man of Steel. You have no idea. And I went into it and I watched it and I walked away from it going, God, I really love this movie. This was amazing, because I was fanboying, because I'm a human being. I'm not a robotic critic that just sits there to watch a movie to pick it apart necessarily. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Some people can catch things quicker than I can. I need a couple of viewings on movies sometimes. So when I watched Man of Steel again, I'm like, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. And then I finally started dissecting it, and I didn't like Man of Steel. Same thing happened with The Last Jedi. So I'm critical of DCU. I didn't like Batman v Superman at all. Zack Snyder never attacked the fans. Zack Snyder took so much crap on Twitter. He took so much crap from all sides. I was one of these people that was critical of him as a filmmaker and not as a person, but he took crap he took a lot of personal shots, death threats. People were killing Zack Snyder, killing him, and he never responded. Even through family tragedy, Zack Snyder never attacked the fans. Not once did he get up there and go, I was sent death threats. Feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for me. No. Zack Snyder is a man. He's a grown man. He's an alpha male, and he knows how to take it, and he's a professional. And again, as someone that was critical of his DCU, I've always had respect for Snyder, because I love Watchmen. I love Dawn of the Dead. I think 300 is a visual masterpiece. I don't really like the movie that much, but visually speaking, it's amazing. But as a man, as a person, as a human being, I just think so highly of Zack Snyder, especially after watching how Rian Johnson has continued to behave online. It's just unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. So, yeah. All right. So I keep getting worked up on this. All right, let me get caught up, because I am way behind right now. I'm not too far behind. Never mind. We're good. Okay, so Abu Nas got hit on Twitter by the SJWs. I'm very, very upset about this, so I'm going to have to look into that. So if you guys, Lauren, if you're still here, and I'm sure you are, can you please try to find Abu Nas? It's ABUNAS. Find his YouTube channel, drop a link. And let's get him some subs pushed that way, because I'm really pissed off that the SJWs are going after such a good dude like this, man. They respect the minorities until the minority says something they don't like, because they treat minorities and everybody else like puppets. Like, hey, puppet, do what I want. And if you don't do what I want, then I'm going to smack you down, because they have no respect for people. It's absolute nonsense. So, okay, let's see. Let's see. Hugo Stevens, what's up, Hugo? Every time I hear something negative about Ray, it makes me sad, because it's true. In happier news, I watched The Karate Kid for the first time last Saturday. Really? First time watching The Karate Kid? Well, I am very jealous of you, because witnessing The Karate Kid for the first time is a treat. And I hope that you watched Cobra Kai afterwards and got proper context. But either way, you can enjoy Cobra Kai without seeing The Karate Kid, because they do such a great job of blending the old with the new. So all right, let me see what we got here. Joseph says Ryan and his cult of edgy nihilistic man babies should stick to drawing Wolfaboo OCs in MS Paint and listening to old Linkin Park. Hey now, I like old Linkin Park, Joseph. You're my boy, so we're good. But I dig me some old Linkin Park. So I got to call you on that one. Everything else, you're on point. But I got to call you on the Linkin Park. Linkin Park, old school Linkin Park is amazing. No doubt. R.I.P. Chester. So, all right. Gotham Knight says, where is your review for The Incredibles 2? Is it SJW? I've still not seen it. I've been so busy. I've tried to go see it twice with my daughter, and I just continue to have things come up. So we do have a review on geeksandgamers.com. It's not by me, but I have heard it was not very SJW. I mean, that's just me though. I heard it wasn't, but I've heard some people say it was. So but I'm sorry, I have not. I'm gonna get back on point with these movie reviews. It's just so busy, and I do apologize. Or I could apologize like Rian Johnson and just go, I'm sorry that I didn't do what you wanted me to do. that's a Rian Johnson apology. So my apologies. I'm sorry that I am not doing as I mean, I need to be doing a better job of getting these reviews out for you guys. So I will work on that. So break all day. Oh, and Bobby was moist. G-Rex Thanos wears Ray pajamas. Darth Caesar, did you know that the spin-off Star Wars movies, including Obi-Wan, may be going directly to the streaming service? That's very disturbing. I don't like that. I hate that. I hate that idea. Oh my God. That's awful. So yeah, that's terrible. I didn't even know about that. So the man with a plan. Jeremy, if you could be a Star Wars character in a movie, who would you be and why? Luke. I mean, I don't want to be Ahsoka, but I do like, yeah, like even playing Battlefront 2015, man, one of the coolest things that I experienced was the moment you get to be Luke Skywalker in that game, especially when he's wearing his Return of the Jedi, outfit. Being Luke Skywalker, just, man, it's just one of them things, man. You just feel so awesome as Luke. So yeah, I would have to be Luke. I would have to be. Let me see here. Nicholas Glenn, I'm in the doghouse after last night's High Council. G&G world-class bullshitters, Doomcock, comic book pro secrets vids will be the only things keeping me company for the next week, so keep them coming. You got it, brother. You got it. We're going to keep them coming. Don't worry. GRP poll. Did you notice Rian Johnson tagged Ethan in it? Happened during Ethan's live stream, and he was confused. Well, he didn't, like, the person that originally made the post tagged Ethan. And so Rian Johnson responded to the thing. I don't think he directly tagged Ethan. I was talking to Ethan about it last night on the phone. So I didn't know that happened during his live stream though. Joseph says, pitch let's see, pitch. There's so many coming in right now. Pitch for a fix of The Last Jedi. Luke awakens from a mind trick poison and found out to be Jar Jar was behind everything. He uses his mind trick mastery to put Luke over 10,000 years plus part 1. Joseph, during which he turned the Star Wars galaxy into a cyberpunk dystopia that has a Blade Runner, etc., but still Star Wars aesthetic. Nobody remembers Luke when he gets out and escapes. And since Ivan is going to Star Wars Celebration for the G&G crew, ain't much better, but I hope it helps and you guys can fuck shit up over there. Thank you, Renee. There's Thomas Gilkey. Let me follow up from Joseph's. And Luke, when he gets out and escapes, and everybody remembers Luke Skywalker, the coward, who killed himself and let the galaxy fall turmoil, than the Ryzen Ricotta Jar Jar had to fix. While he searches for Jar Jar, Luke would be mercifully hunted. My God, that's a lot of super chats I had to keep up with from you, Joseph, but I appreciate it. Thomas Gilkey, hey man, I know that this money isn't that much, but it can go to Ivan Ortega so he can go to Celebration, or to Jesse, or to that Star Wars girl. It's not much, but it's something. All the money that comes in, it all is going to help everything. I promise you guys. And the fact that you guys trust me means the world to me, and I will never, ever, ever, ever take that for granted. Never. Unlike Lucasfilm, I listen to our fans. And I hate even calling you our fans. I don't like that. You're my friends. You're a part of the Geeks and Gamers community. We're all equals. Yes, I'm the leader. Yes, I run it. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Just talk to me like I'm a normal person. That's what we are. We're normal people with common fucking sense. We understand that nobody's perfect. We don't sit there and scroll Twitter every 20 seconds to look for the next word to be offended over. We don't sit there and try to find everything we're not interested in just to infect our nonsense into it. We don't care. We don't care. We have common sense. We care about what we care about. And that's all there is to it. Period. So, all right. Wes Killingsworth. Hello, friends. So happy to see Ivan get blessed. That was great. We have a great community. So happy to be part of it. And I'm happy to be part of it with all of you. Just a real quick community review. Community review. The community is amazing. You guys are kicking ass and taking names. You are destroying the narratives. And I just thank you all so much for everything you continue to do. Yes, I might be the guy that's at the forefront of this, but I am literally nothing without all of you. Nothing without all of you. So when you guys say you're part of the Geeks and Gamers community, and you can call yourself fans if you want, I would prefer you to say you're just we're just friends. You know, we're just friends. So yeah, it's crazy. So All right. Let me see if I can get caught up here. All right. Thomas Gilkey, I'm a bit confused about the definition of SJW. Is it when people try to put their politics or civil rights into movies? No. So my definition of a social justice warrior is a person that has no interest in anything other than pushing political propaganda into said thing. So social justice warriors do not care. They don't care about anything. They don't care about the lore of Star Wars. They don't care about the history of Star Wars. They don't care about the characters of Star Wars. They don't care about the future of Star Wars. All they care about is that Star Wars is popular. Star Wars has a platform, and Star Wars is something that they can push their social justice wars or social justice nonsense into, just so they can hopefully have it bleed out into the culture. They're opportunists. They truly don't have any goal other than to ruin things. They are the destroyer of worlds is what they are. At least that's what they attempt to do. So you go back to all the social justice warriors, they were all praising the Ghostbusters 2016. How'd that work out? None of them went. None of them went. They all sat home, or they didn't all sit home. They were all too busy on Twitter digging up someone's information. Because what social justice warriors do, the moment somebody comes relevant or famous or whatever, gets any kind of traction, then they start digging through the past. What did this person say 20 years ago on a Tuesday afternoon to their friends? And they'll try to utilize that. They'll try to utilize that to discredit the person. I guarantee you there's people looking up shit about me right now. And I've said it. I was a high school dropout. I've been divorced once. I watch porn. I objectify women. I've had a lot of jobs. I cuss. I'm very offensive. I make racist jokes to my friends. They make racist jokes back to me because that's what we do. Like, it's all fun and games. Who cares? It's all good. It's not a big deal. So dig up whatever the fuck you need to dig up about me. Because that if you do, then I'll just claim that I'm transitioning and I'm going to be a tranny. So you can't say anything about me, right? Because then I fit into your social justice narrative. Can we just do that? Or maybe I'm gay. Or maybe I'm black. My hair's curly. So I'll just identify as black. Then you really can't come after me, right? Or I guess you can, because how social justice operates is if you are black and you have an opinion that disagrees with them, suddenly you're the enemy. Because they respect you. They respect you so much until you say one thing that goes against their narrative. And then suddenly, boom, you're done. You're black and you're a white supremacist. That's what they call it. Like, so many of our followers that are not white get called white supremacists. How? It makes no sense. So they just, none of their stuff matters. So anyway, all right, there are so many super chats. I have got to catch up. Darth Conicus, what is wrong with you? A $50 super chat. I love you. You appreciate it. And yes, I do pee into cups during live streams. All right. Wanted to send some help to get the Common Sense crew to Celebration. I want to fly out to Chicago, but the 5-day pass and Saturdays are sold out already. What do you think the best way to get tickets would come to meet my favorite Star Wars fans? And yeah, that's true, because when I bought Ivan's tickets, the Saturday was already sold out. Like, it was already. So I'm going to have to get on it with these tickets and make it happen quickly. So, but I don't know, man. I'd have to think about that one, Darth. Because, I mean, if you want to come out there, because I'll tell you right now, it's just going to be cool for all of us to go hang out in Chicago. Maybe not even at Celebration, because Celebration, I mean, again, I don't know what the setup's going to be like in Chicago. I can tell you in Orlando last year, if I didn't have a connection at Lucasfilm at the time, I would have had a miserable time at Celebration last year. A miserable time, because the lines were enormous. The organization was not where it needed to be. People that just came without press passes, they had to like literally sleep on concrete floors overnight just to see like the Last Jedi trailer for like 3 minutes. It's crazy. It was crazy. So I don't know if Celebration, I don't know how fun Celebration is going to be on its own, but I know we're going to make it fun because we're all going to be there. We're going to hang out. We can do YouTube videos. We can do all kind of stuff. We're doing the meetups. So I would say definitely plan on it, even if you can't come to Celebration. So I think that they've probably limited some tickets. I feel like those tickets are going to go back being available once they can figure out how big the crowd's going to be. I might be wrong about that. So, but I hope to see you there, and I appreciate the super chat. And it will go to a good cause. I promise you that. Spirit of Nature, have you ever heard about, hang on, have you ever heard about such character as Kreia? No, I have not. That must be an EU character. You guys know I'm not too caught up on EU stuff. I know you guys are on my ass about EU characters. You're like, read some EU, you bastard. And so, as a matter of fact, Anna, that Star Wars girl, told me she had started reading the Ahsoka book, which I'm in the middle of right now. And so it's great. And she's loving it. She's like, why are they not making a movie of this? I'm like, because it makes sense. So, let me see here. Joseph, by a young, like teenager or early 20s, dark side force hound who is one of the top agents of the Risen Rakata to win his fight against Jar Jar. Oh, hang on. That's part 5 of that super chat. My gosh, man. Joseph, I'm going to have to reread these super chats in order on another live stream because they're kind of out of water. They're out of order. So I'm going to, not out of order, but like I've read so many different super chats in between. So, okay. So she's a Kotar. I haven't played. I'm playing through Lights of the Old Republic, the first one right now. So I don't have familiarity with all of that. So, I've got them sitting right next. Well, they're not sitting right next to me because my room is torn apart. Again, I have a kid. I have a family. It is difficult to play video games and run Geeks and Gamers. It's just tough. So it takes, like, Knights of the Old Republic is a time-consuming game. This is why I play games like Rocket League and Mario Kart and Mario Tennis, because it doesn't like, my phone goes off every 2 seconds. And my problem is, as much as I want to play Knights of the Old Republic, I want to play it when I don't have anything distracting me. I can't stand to look at my phone every 5 seconds when I'm playing a narrative-based driven game like that. So I want to invest my time and invest in it, and I just don't have the time right now. That's the problem. So, all right, let me see here. Hugo Stevens, gonna check out one of Ivan's recent videos that somehow missed. So good night, guys. Good night, Hugo. Thank you for joining us as always. Joseph, so this is still part of your super chat. I'm going to read it, but it's so out of order, but because it's not going to make any sense. So Joseph says, who are a group of rebel types that live on spaceships to hide from Jar Jar's galaxy-wide sight. I've got to check this out. He would be plugged into the Force itself via a great machine and would be attempting to control the will of the Force itself. All right. Ryan says, C-3PO, a Star Wars story out of the closet. GRP poll, I can't support you and your racist jokes anymore. Heartbreaking. Star Wars philosophy, please. I am at work and I am trying not to lose my shit at the laughter at this rant. Justin says, I declare myself Lord of the Ewoks. James Lloyd Tiffner, my weak definition of SJW is social justice equals fighting for social justice. Social justice warriors only fighting for what they think is right and screw everyone else. That is true. The hunky junky funky monkey, I'm a green supremacist, but the doctor says that will clear up with antibiotics. Mark, Miko, Jeremy, thank you for having the balls to fight social justice warriors. Thank you for giving me a platform, because it's all due to all of you. And so Break All Day says Spock watches SJ or Star Wars The Last Jedi. Head explodes. All right, so let's recap one time. We had over 1,500 people watching, guys. Round of applause. We had over 1,500 people. Great job. That is not the highest we've ever had on a single stream on Geeks and Gamers outside of the High Council. We had one that hit 1,900 and 1,997, I believe, and then that's when it crashed when I was on my phone. So we're getting there, and we have just get those likes up, guys. Feel free to like this video, and let's get it trending. I don't know, is it trending on the live videos by chance? If you guys can check that out. So, but yeah, so I'm going to recap what we're talking about here in just a minute. It'll get me on my rant again. So, we're at 632 likes. So again, thank you all so much for that. You can like, I'm on my computer. It's not going to crash. We are all good in the hood. So, then Jeremy's head explodes. No logic. All right, so let's get this recap in, and let me see here. All right, so like I said before, just to recap one more time, just so we are making sure everyone that has joined the live stream gets caught up, I'm going to give you the quick version. So here we go. So someone sent a picture to Rian Johnson about a George Lucas and Lawrence Kasdan conversation. And it was Kasdan wanting to kill Luke and have Leia take over in the original trilogy. Lucas said, you can't kill Luke. You don't want to kill Luke. And then Kasdan's like, well, we'll kill Yoda. We'll kill this person. We'll kill everybody. And, Lucas is like, I think you alienate the audience if you kill the main character. And of course, that's right. And someone sent that to Rian Johnson. And Rian Johnson's logic, in Ryan Roundhead logic, he decided to use pictures of the original trilogy using Uncle Owen and Luke's hand getting chopped off as some way of some kind of like, oh, you don't want to kill main characters? Then why did they chop Luke's hand off? That's not dead, Rian Johnson. That's not dead. That's chopping a hand off because he just found out that his father was Darth Vader. And that is a great narrative piece. That is a great storytelling piece right there. That is historic. That is monumental in cinema history. And you're using that as some way to argue against this person's logical reasoning that he's trying to bring up to you, where George Lucas, the man that created this incredible universe, the man that did it, and suddenly you're going to try to argue with this type of stupidity? It just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. And he used Anakin. He used a picture of Anakin when after Obi-Wan cut his legs off. What are you talking about, Rian Johnson? This has nothing to do with what the person is telling you. The person is point blank. Let me dumb this down for you, Rian Johnson. The person is point blank telling you that you shouldn't have killed Luke Skywalker. That's what he's telling you. You killed objectively the greatest character in the history of cinema. I'm not saying Luke is my favorite character, but I mean, he's obviously right up there. But objectively speaking, it's not debatable. This doesn't mean favorites, okay? This means Luke Skywalker is the single greatest character in the history of movies. That is objective. It doesn't matter if he's not your favorite or whatever. He's the greatest character ever. And you neutered him. And you turned him into an old, angry man. You stripped him of everything that made him great. Everything. And you didn't even give him any type of respect. And that's all this person is trying to show you, is that George, the man that created the greatest character in the history of movies, George is trying to tell you, retroactively, obviously, that you messed up big time. And instead, you're just going to show pictures of things that don't even matter. What the hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Rian Johnson? Anyway, now, did you guys say that we were trending on the live? We're a live trending video? What? No way. There's no way that's happening. Are we seriously? I'm trying to watch the chat now as I'm screaming into the microphone, and I apologize if I'm raping your ears. That is not my intent. So, and I wonder what the SJWs are going to nitpick out of this live stream and try to say, oh, Jeremy said he makes racially insensitive jokes. Because I do. I make them about white people. I make them about everybody because it's funny. Not that high up though. Okay. Well, we're still though. We're making ground. We're making ground. So and I just want to give a shout out to Justin Mabe for your tater tot war. You clearly won. You won the battle and the war with that super chat. And Halsey to help the G&G crew get the celebration, and please tell me the whole Common Sense crew is coming. I'm working on that as we speak. And then to Darth Conicus, just more support for celebration. You guys are incredible, and I thank you so much. So, all right, Obi-Wan 27883, my last super chat. We need to get Zahn to creative consultant on 9 and forward. Pitch this to Uncle EVS and Jeff too. I will email you later. 10-4. Joseph says I finished my chats. Please read them all. Okay, I'm gonna go back and read all of it. Locomotive Breath, new sub. Love the stuff. I help run a channel called Danger Zone. Danger Zone. Check that out, everyone. Break all day because he keeps recapping this episode moist. All right, Joseph, finish my chats. Please read them. I will. The sequel trilogy did have one amazing quality. John Williams. Also, what are your thoughts on the new trilogy Rian Johnson is slated to direct? I thought that The Force Awakens was okay with Williams' score. I do like Rey's theme, and I like Kylo's theme. But one little minor little critique that I had with the end of The Force Awakens. I didn't like how the Force theme was sped up a little bit. It was sped up. I wanted it to play exactly like it did in A New Hope, and that bothered me. I thought the score was pretty good in The Last Jedi. It's not great, but it's good. I think it's a little bit better than The Force Awakens. So why am I getting fired? I see now Lauren's trying to fire me. I see people kicking me. What the hell did I do now? So did I do something wrong? What did I do? I'm trying to see. Jeremy, I'm fired? Okay. I don't know why. But I see Tyler spelling cart out in 4 different comments. Okay. I've got to go back and catch all of Joseph's comments here. So, okay. Here we go. Joseph said, pitch for a fix of The Last Jedi. Luke awakens from a mind trick prison and finds out Jar Jar was behind everything. Used his mind trick mastery to put Luke under for 10,000 plus years, during which time he turned the Star Wars galaxy into a cyberpunk dystopia that has a Blade Runner, it said Blade Runner-esque, but still Star Wars aesthetic. Nobody remembers Luke when he gets out and escapes, and everybody, let's see. Oh man, where'd part 3 go? And am I missing part 3? Can't find part 3. I think I missed part 3. That's one of the problems right there. All right, I'm looking. Give me a minute. See, this is why I need to put them all together and read them on another live stream, because they came in so out of order. So everybody remembers Luke Skywalker the coward who killed himself and let the galaxy fall turmoil that the risen Rakata Jar Jar had to fix. While he searches for Jar Jar, Luke would be mercifully hunted and by a young, like teenage or early 20s dark side force hound who is one of the top 2 agents of the risen Rakata. To win this fight against Jar Jar, Luke would need to join the Exiles, who are a group of rebel types that live on spaceships to hide from Jar Jar's galaxy-wide sight. He would be plunged into the Force itself via a great machine and would be attempting to control the will of the Force itself. And this is a video. Is this a video that I have to check this out? I have to. So, all right, let me see. We still have more super chats coming. Jesus Christ. Let me see. Hingle McCringleberry. The Mario Kart with a C crowd is in full effect, I see. YouTube screwing me with notification. What's up, bro? What's up, Hingle? Nice to have you here. Yes, your Mario Kart with a C crowd is in full effect. So, let me see. Are we? What happened? There we go. Okay. Eddie Max of Indoor. I'd pay higher super chat, but I got kids. Hey, man, I feel you on that, bro. No problem. No problem at all. And don't you worry, because like we all, like, this is a normal thing for us now. Lauren, you weren't here earlier, and maybe you were, but if you haven't already, and if you have, do it again. Abu Nas, if you can go to his YouTube channel and get a link and drop it in the comments for everyone, I would like everybody to go sub to Abu Nas, because the SJWs went after him on Twitter today and apparently got him banned. So if we can support Abu, please let's do that. He's a great guy. He's hardcore. He doesn't give 2 Fs. He's awesome. So I think you just did it, Lauren. So thank you so much. Round of applause for Lauren. She's the best. Yeah, I feel you on that, though, on the kids, man. I feel you. The Mr. Pete channel. Tots are inferior. Hash browns are the master food. No. But I do like hash browns, so I'm not mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Can anybody tell me whose song I ain't mad at you? Get a shout out if you can say who said I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Do. Let's see who gets it. Do. I ain't mad at you. Oh, there we go. Udon Tupac. Yep. All right. So we got some Tupac fans up in here. That's what I'm talking about. Great song. It happened right around the time he got killed too. That video came out. So, okay, let me catch back up here. And hash browns are good, Mr. Pete channel, but tots are better. Freaking tater tots. Gosh. Mark Miko. or Miku. Disney pulled off the sci-fi once Flight of the Navigator. Flight of the Navigator is a great movie. If you haven't seen Flight of the Navigator, I highly recommend it. And Mark is correct. Renee says, with this $5, can you get your boy Ivan a beer? Wow, let's go Mexico. I can. I won't get the beer because I don't drink, but I can hook my boy Ivan up. Wes Killingsworth, Mario Kart, console, Lauren, Hart. Love all the G&G friends. Gotta fly. I identify as a Millennium Falcon. John Smith. George Lucas built a media empire from his story vision. Rian Johnson can't tell a decent story to save his life. Only makes sense that Rian Johnson would want to destroy George Lucas's legacy and fit of jealousy. I agree with you. James Lloyd Tiffner. Mario Kart with a double K. I like it. Rob K, coming to you from Enterprise, Alabama, home of the Boll Weevil Monument. Again, Jeremy, do you watch this YouTube? Jeremy, do you watch the YouTube, the Star Wars show videos? Are you talking about the Star Wars show on the Star Wars channel? Yes. I mean, I used to. I haven't watched that show in a year and a half, probably. If that's the one you're talking about. By the way, Rob K, I'm not sure if you're the one I've said this to, but I actually went to junior high in Enterprise, Alabama, and I went to Dauphin Junior High, so I'm very familiar with that. And that used to be a food world in the shopping center in front of Dauphin Junior High. There's a Little Caesars there now. I think it's like Southern Family Markets is what they turned that shopping center into. It's not a food world anymore, but yeah, I'm totally familiar. Yep, I went to Dauphin Junior High. So definitely did. I lived in Dothan, Alabama. So Fort Rucker, I'm familiar with Fort Rucker, Tim O'Neill. So yeah, pretty cool. So put clothes on and add the video. Videos are coming. I promise. Videos are coming. My room is torn apart. In the transition of moving everything, it's going to take a few days, so I'm going to be audio only for a few days, but I promise you're all going to like what you see when we get the cameras back on. Jesse has video coming tomorrow. Ivan has another video coming tomorrow. So we're going to be well taken care of here on the Geeks and Gamers channel. And so, yeah, they're great. We have a great team here. So let's see. All right. Are you naked? No, I'm not. All right, so we're probably going to wrap this up here soon, but we're going to spend the last 10 minutes. If you want to send super chats, that's cool, but I don't want to focus on super chats. I want to focus on the regular comments because I want to give everybody a chance to have their voice heard. So if we can talk about, I'll just read some regular comments real quick. The last one for Jesse, though. Jesse says, if you do come to Chicago, nothing wrong with enjoying a Cubs game with Geeks and Gamers. I dig it. Bear Under the Mountain grew up in Dothan. Represent D-Town. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get this chat going. Let's see. Okay, what we got here? All right. Damn it. More super chats. You guys got to chill in the super chats. All right. Iger would drop a stool if he heard fans were boycotting Avengers 4. Can you imagine how fast he would throw Kathleen Kennedy out the door? Yes. That's a good point. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Adam Driver is a new Terminator. What? Zach Blackfire. Jeremy, let me get a shout out. What up, Zach? All right. I'm just got to get my phone here. These comments are moving too fast. So... all right. Let's see. We have people from Auburn. Jeremy is full of love for Geeks and Gamers, says Juan. Thank you. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You have no idea. When Pewds review memes, they will die. When Jeremy reviews Community, we rise. Community memes. Paul McDermott says O-rings are the only true side dish. Okay, that's downright offensive because you have French fries, you have tater tots. Respect tater tots and French fries. You have to. Do we have 1,000 likes? Really? Not yet. We have 814 likes, but that's awesome. So, let me see. James Lloyd Tiffner says, ignore the super chat. I'm just always looking. I'm just always working during live streams and supporting the channel. Thank you. Elad says, "What's up, Jeremy? I'm late to the live chat. That's okay. We're here. We're having fun, and we're just talking. Pizza and tacos. That's a great combination. A great combination." Professor Geek, you're an inspiration, Jeremy. Keep fighting for our cultural mythology. Thank you. Thank you so much. Are we still crashing at 1,000? No, we can survive 1,000 because I'm on my computer. So I'm not on my phone, so we're all good. No EVS video today, Stevie Spark says. EVS has got some business that he's working on today. Hopefully some good news in time. So Tyler says, see you, Jeremy. See you, Tyler. Thank you for joining. Philip Lake says we should play Rocket League sometime. As soon as I get moved over to this next studio, we're going to be good, man. I'm going to have you guys are going to see all my old school gaming setup. You're going to see it's going to be awesome. It's going to take us a few days. I'm hoping by Saturday, maybe Sunday morning at the latest. And I'll give you guys a room tour for the new room. Do you guys want a new room tour? You want to see a room tour of the new room? I can do that. I can make that happen for you. So if you want that, I can make that happen. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up with my words. So if you want a room tour, we'll do a room tour. Room tour. All right, I see all the yeses. Jeremy is definitely not drunk because Jeremy does not drink. I've never drank a sip of alcohol in my life. I've never smoked a cigarette. I've never done a drug. Never. So, all right, so you definitely want a tour, so you're getting a tour as soon as it's done. I promise. You have my word. And free pizza. And free pizza. Let me see. Don't buy Star Wars merch. I'm not buying any more Star Wars merch. If I do buy Star Wars merch, it's old school Star Wars merch at like a thrift store or a flea market or something like that. So, Roman Reigns pop. No, thank you. I will not buy a Roman Reigns pop. Jeremy is straight edge, says Robin Dale. That is right. I am. Yep. Says Mr. Pete Channel said it too. Nicholas Glenn, I see you, but I ain't reading you. So Epic stream Kip is saying Epic streams praising Rian Johnson for his tweets. While fluffing him as always for The Last Jedi. There are shit-flinging monkeys in charge of Lucasfilm. They need to shut him up. Yes. Yes, they do. We want Leia. You'll get Leia for the room tour. For the new room tour, you'll get Leia. Drunk on Tots. Okay, now that I like. The Medieval Spartan says have to go by. Well, thank you for joining us, Medieval Spartan. Again, one last time, I want you guys to go and support Abu Nas. So if you can, Lauren, drop that link one more time. Abu Nas has been now again, I'm speaking on just what you've told me in the chat, so I don't know the whole story. I'm going to watch his video as soon as we get done here, but apparently the SJWs are going after this guy, and this is what we have to do, guys. And I'm going to get on my soapbox here again, okay? We have to come together. We have to come together against this nonsense. If you look at the community we have, between the High Council, between Ethan, World Class Bullshitters, myself, Doomcock, Jesse, Anna, Ivan, John Talks Star Wars, Abu Nas, Stephanie Janisek, all of these people, we have a community. We have a community, and we are looking out for each other. We're always mentioning all these smaller and up-and-coming channels. We're passing information along to each other just so we know we're handling it respectfully. We have a community of people that are white, that are black, that are whatever color, that are whatever race, whatever sex, whatever religion. We don't give a shit about any of that. All we care about is, do you have common fucking sense? That's all you need to be part of this community. Common sense. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be pretty. You don't have to be sexy. You don't have to be skinny. You don't have to be fat. You be whatever the fuck you want to be. Just have common sense and stop throwing racist bombs at people. Stop throwing all of this accusations of identity politics to everyone. That's what we don't want in this community. We don't want identity politics. We don't want you to take minorities and women and gay people and trans people and use them as a prop just because it elevates your woke points. And then as soon as someone that fits your demographic says something you don't like, you treat them like a circus animal. You treat them like a racehorse. You just kind of smack them around when they don't do what you say because you don't truly respect them. You only use them for what they can do for you. And the moment they speak out, the moment they sit there and have a single opinion of their own, you're willing to sit there and disown them and throw them under the bus and dig up all of this old stuff in their history and act like you're a perfect person. And it's bullshit. And we're sick of it. We're absolutely sick of it. We have a strong community here. We're going to keep building our community. And the more you alienate people, the more people start to see through your nonsense, the more people they're going to come over to this side of the table, the common sense side of the table. So continue to go after people like Ethan Van Sciver for doing something awesome, for crowdfunding something, being in business for himself now. Ethan is a famous comic book artist. He has more talent in his pinky than you have in your whole body. And I'm talking to you, social justice warriors. And because he's taking that talent and he has a voice and he's building something amazing, you can't stand it. You have to cry. You have to dig up all this stuff in his past. The problem is the people that follow us, they don't care about that shit because they know that we're just as flawed as they are. I'm flawed. You're flawed. We're all flawed. But you guys try to bring up this stuff in your past and you want to sit there and act like because somebody said something 7 years ago or 5 months ago, or somebody said something that you deem insensitive on social media, that somehow that you're going to use that to tear them down, or because they voted for the person that you didn't want to win, or because they supported something that you don't like. You try to make that out to be something that demonizes them and hurts them. Kiss my ass. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. Got worked up. I didn't mean for that to happen, but fuck them. It's got to be said. It's got to be said. So thank you all for joining this live stream. You're all the best. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool. So we're going to continue doing shit like this too, man. We're going to keep doing it. Support Cyberfrog, support Ethan, support World Class, support Abu Nas, support Stephanie Genesek, support Anna, support Jesse, support Geeks and Gamers, support John Talk Star Wars, support all of these channels. We're all a community. We're not in competition here. If I have 60-something thousand subs, I want everybody to have 60,000 subs. If I have 150,000 subs, I want everybody that's a Common Sense channel to have 150,000 subs. Support SC Reviews. Support them all. Ivan Ortega. We're all out there. We're all fucking kicking ass and we're taking names and we're not going to deal with it anymore. We're not going to do it. So anyway, all right, I'm going to end it here. Love you all. You guys have a great day. Let me know where you're watching from before I get off of here. Let me know where you're watching from. Reviews for you. Shout out to Reviews for You. Got you. Thank you in the comments. You always have my back in the comments. You always have it. Diversity in Comics. That's another one. Doomcock. That's another one. That's it. That's it. You guys keep throwing names at me and I'll say them if I can read them. Holy shit. There it goes. The chat is gone now. You have flooded it. You flooded it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Lauren, you're awesome as always. And we will talk to you guys later.